can't complain for the color match, and then a few layers of clear coat, and then I still haven't polished it yet, but I drive like 10 miles a day, so it doesn't matter. The only annoying thing that I've seen happen is this latch gets stuck, which is something I obviously read about. So it gets stuck and I have to actually like reach in, and I don't know if you can see me right here. I have to pull this down to like further pull the latch just to get it open. It looks like the reason that is like when you do this has some play in it because it's just plastic, and that just causes right here to barely catch. But I think it's worth it for the modern look. I think it looks way better than the OEM one, and even if it doesn't look better, it's a nice change of pace. So it looks like we're gonna have to take this bolt off, and then eventually we're gonna have to remove this from the grill, which will remove the entire latch. And then it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 10mm bolts, and then it should just pop the entire grill out. Alright, so that was quick, that was fast. Tacovinyl supplied the bolts, so I'm gonna be hanging on to this grill, so I'm not even gonna remove the OEM bolts. I'm just gonna replace them with the hardware that Tacovinyl supplied. All right, so we'll quickly place these all. You just slide and pop right in. All right, so I don't know if I got this with my other camera, so I'm just gonna give an up close look, but you're gonna remove this little black rail. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws that I've already removed. The fatter lip is gonna go on top. So it'll go right here. And you can see there's screws, holes already pre-installed there that you're gonna basically screw these 5 little Phillips head screws into. All right. So this second screw from the left, the part that the screw actually screws into is, let's see it. It's like way down in there. The little screw that came off of my OEM grill obviously is not long enough to reach there. So I guess we're just gonna run 4 out of 5, and it'll be fine, and maybe I'll just go buy a longer screw that can fit. All right, so just when you're hand screwing it, make sure you use the screwdriver. This is still like pretty loose, like it's wobbly, and it was very sturdy on my OEM one, but I was screwing it, trying to get it tight, and you can see I kind of almost pushed completely through the plastic, so it just doesn't seem like it's gonna get entirely tight, but I'm not upset about it. It was worse on this side that I did first. All right, so I'm gonna record this, but before you reinstall the grill onto the hood, I would put this bottom portion of the latch and I would install it while the hood is off. And then I would just basically put everything with the hatch hanging down included, because gravity and these little bolts were actually kind of a pain while laying on the back half of the engine, and this would be way easier. So I think it's a night and day better look, and I like the way the red TRD kind of pops. So all right, so I have one coat on, and it looks like it's gonna be really good. So pretty excited to see the final outcome of it. But basically I did the entire side pieces along with the center, and kind of pops. So Now we're gonna come over here. We're basically find out where we want to put these 4 little Raptor lights. All right, so getting the lights in was pretty simple. I just kind of threaded them through, and then once I got all 4 of them in and I was happy with the spacing, you just kind of push them in and there's little tabs that snap into place. And then you'll have these 4 wires hanging out the back end for the wiring. So let's get into that. Tacovinyl sent me this. This does not fit into any of the fuse boxes, not inside the cab, not outside the cab. So I had to buy this, and you can see the difference in the two. One has basically extended teeth and one is just like a little nub. This extended tooth one does fit perfectly right here. I think I'm gonna flip it this way so that it's not pushing up against that fuel pump fuse, and it fits in there and it actually touches. So that's problem 1 that occurred, and we fixed it. Problem 2, big pain in the ass. I hated how I had it right here and then just kind of drooping, and I like doing things right, doing them nice. So I've been messing with this feeder for entirely too long to actually admit, and I finally got it from that hole up top down the side and was able to fish it out right here. So now it's going to be completely hidden into the hood, and it'll feed out right here. I'll ground the plug here, and then I'll have the red fuse going there, and we connected them to this fuse right here, which is the daytime running light fuse. I don't really want them on all the time. I just want them on when I need lights, so I don't burn them out for no freaking reason. So that's the game plan. Let's see how it went through and fed the wire all the way through the hood itself. Then got it down, zip tied it right here. This is the ground coming up to the ground nut. And then I just stayed right here internally to the engine bay and cut a little groove out right here with the razor blade. And then was able to just protect the wire, make it good. And now this little cover goes on nice and snug, almost like that wire was never there. So I think this looks way cleaner. So while I was doing this, I also watched a Chris Fix It video, and I wet sanded the ever living heck out of my headlights, and then used the 2K that came with the Amazon kit that will be in the link to also basically like completely refresh this. So they were super yellow before, and now they look way brighter. I also, these little indicator lights, decided to switch them out for some LED bulbs. So now it's like bright and just looks way better. So yeah, we'll get a picture of it on.